Hi friends, it's Katie, and I hope to inspire you to find creativity in your everyday. Today I wanted to just share with you guys a little bit about why I decided to choose Chalk Couture and to join them as a designer, and just share a little bit with you guys about Chalk Couture and what they are. My tagline is that I want to inspire you to find creativity in your everyday. And in all reality, I want you to be able to find something that helps you be creative and just makes you happy. And that's really all I want to do. But I also know that people are busy, and I want to share with you guys how to do things quickly and easily. And I just feel like Chalk Couture answers so many of those things for the creativity that you get. So our transfers are a mesh transfer, like you see here with this bee transfer that I was showing you guys. The white part that you can see there on that transfer is a mesh silk screen. So the paste that I'm applying here is going to go through that silk screen and create the design and not bleed. It's going to give you wonderful results every single time. And our silk screens are reusable. As long as you take care of them, they are reusable. So I'm going to peel this off of there, and once that is on there, that ink can be heat set, and then I just took the transfer into my bathroom. I washed it all off really good. I'm drying it really well, and then I'm going to stick it back on the backer. This one that is in this little kit is white on both sides, but our new transfers have a yellow backing on the back so that you don't put them on the wrong side. And that is very helpful and very fun. Chalk Couture also is the only one to partner with Warner Brothers and Disney, giving you options to have so many fun transfers that you can use over and over again. And if you use our transfers with the chalk paste on a chalkboard, they are not only reusable transfers, but you can clean that chalk off of there and reuse the background. So this is one of our chalkboards, and I used red chalk paste and I used white shimmer paste on there, and I believe that that's why it was taking so long. But I just used some water and our board eraser, and look at how well that comes off of there. It just cleans up so nice. And now I can reuse that chalkboard and apply another transfer, different color chalk paste, and I can reuse this board over and over again. Here I am showing you guys the yellow backing of what I mean, so that it's easy for you to stick them on the right side. Now, our transfers are super sticky, and they like to be de-stuck. I don't know, what is the word? I can't remember. But I'm going to put it here on this mat. If you don't have a mat, you could use your t-shirt, just to kind of take some of that stickiness off of the transfer the first time you use it, because you don't want it to be super stuck that you ruin the transfer by pulling it up. Some of you may know, if you followed my channel years ago, I was with Chalk Couture, and I have to tell you guys, Chalk Couture has really come a long way over the years with all of their products. So for this particular product, we're using paste. And like I said, that can be washable and removable. We do have lots of shimmer colors. And if there's a shimmer color, you got to know I'm going to be using it, because that is my favorite. I love things that sparkle. Now, sometimes you may be using the chalk paste on a surface that is not going to be something you can erase. And once you put that on there and even maybe just apply a little bit of heat to it, it will permanently be on there. So if that's something you're looking for too, that you don't want it to come off, you don't have to worry about that. But if you want to be able to reuse the chalkboards, I love that option. So I applied the various colors. I used my finger to kind of blend them. And then you saw me lift up the transfer as well. I didn't want that to be drying and be hard to come off of there. So we're going to use the same exact transfer. I took it to the bathtub. I washed it off really good. I let it dry. And then I'm going to use our ink. Now, the ink from Chalk Couture is permanent. You need to be very careful with this, because wherever it lands, that's where it's staying. It's not coming up. So I've got our little ink mat there underneath my t-shirt. It's not very straight, but that doesn't matter. I just don't want the ink to bleed through to the back of the t-shirt. So you could put a piece of paper, you could put a piece of cardboard in there. Our ink mats have a little bit of stick to them, so that helps it stick to the t-shirt and keep it stretched out and straight. So again, you can see where the chalk paste kind of stained my Jesus Loves You transfer, but it did not ruin it in any way. So I'm going to be able to use it now, and I'm just applying a little bit of the ink. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. And one other tip is do not press down. Just kind of drag it over the transfer. I did lay down the baby wipe there simply because I didn't want any spills or anything getting anywhere else on the shirt. That is very important. But I suggest maybe taking an old rag, an old tea towel, and practicing a few times if that's something you want to try. But having the silkscreen option with our permanent ink to make t-shirts is so amazing. We have such an incredible line of regular evergreen transfers, but like I said, having the Disney and the Warner Brothers options as well. Like if you're planning a Disney trip or your family is really into Friends or Peanuts is another one. I am patiently waiting for the Gilmore Girls to be released. But we just released another Peanuts line, Toy Story, Lilo and Stitch. There are so many. So you can make your family your own fun t-shirts for less than having to go to the store and buy them. So I got the ink all on the screen and then I let it dry a little bit. I just kind of briefly run my heat over the top of it so that it's dry a little bit, and then I take that ink mat out. You want to be careful because if your ink is still wet when you take the ink mat out, it's going to smudge and it's going to make a mess. Don't ask me how I know this. But then I've just got a piece of parchment paper and my heat press, and I'm just heating it up. And once that ink is heat set, it's good to go. One of my other favorite parts of Chalk Couture is their heat transfers. And if you can tell by the pile of heat transfers that I have, I'm addicted. And they just have so many fun options. Now, these are permanent and they are a one-time use. Our 8x10s come in a 2-pack. The bigger ones are just single pack, and they are a one-time use like sublimation. If you're unfamiliar with that, it is a special kind of ink that requires a special kind of material or textile to put it on. I did find these super soft white t-shirts. They're 100% polyester. I got them off of Amazon, and I have been loving making t-shirts out of them or sublimating on them with our heat transfers. You can use the sublimation things on so many other things. Sublimation has become quite popular. I know Hobby Lobby has a lot of different ideas or products that you can put the heat transfers on. I just did a video using heat transfer on wood, and it just turned out so amazing. I'm so excited about that. The possibilities are endless, but like I said, these are a one-time use, and they come in a 2-pack. The 8.5x11s come in a 2-pack. So that makes it fun. You can make two t-shirts here. You can make a t-shirt and a bag. You could put this on so many things. As long as it is at least 70% polyester, it's going to work. And it's so much fun. I absolutely love this. This is probably my favorite part of all of it. And it is very easy to create beautiful clothing, bags, textiles, all kinds of things that you could use in your home for your family, as well as give as gifts. The directions are on the packaging, but you want to make sure you're at 360 degrees and that you press it for at least 30 seconds. I did, as you'll see when I pull this off of here, I didn't get all the way to the edge. But look at how vibrant those colors are. It's awesome. I'm so excited. And here's a couple other things that I've done with the heat transfers. Some air fresheners, and then this one was on wood. So again, I hope this inspires you to find some creativity. There are so many fun ideas that you can do with Chalk Couture and the products that they offer. If you'd like more information, or if you would like me to send you one of these little kits, the Be Kind kit, let me know. Drop a comment down in the comments below and I will send one in the mail to you. Thanks again for joining me today, guys, and I look forward to sharing more creativity with you guys and inspiring you every day to be a little bit creative.